match, and it's okay that they don't have to match. But I think when we force people to be friends, we force things, we force personalities, it really creates a sense of resentment. Number one, to the person being forced to deal with the other person. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot. I do these fun videos, these personal videos that I've been doing recently, because some of you have mentioned, a lot of you have mentioned that my channel kind of gives you inspiration. So I wanted to start doing these videos where I speak about my personal life and lessons that I've learned myself. And one topic that came to mind, because a friend recently asked me, why are you so picky with your friends? And I'm going to explain why. So the topic that I'm going to talk about today is why I'm so picky about my friends. So I'll start off with that. That's the topic. So my friend was asking me the other day, why are you so picky with your friends? And I was like, as the sun in Aquarius, this is not what I said to her, but this is what I'm going to say to you. As a sun in Aquarius, I value friendships a lot. Sometimes more than my own romantic relationships. And friendships I take very, very seriously. And it's not light to be my friend. Because of that, especially the older that I've gotten, I have realized that not everybody is going to be my friend. And I'm not going to be friends with everybody. And Winston Churchill had this quote, and he said, "A friend to everyone is a friend to none." And I totally, totally believe that, because I've often seen certain people in and out, as I've gotten older, a similar energy that I've seen that often is represented by somebody that's friendly and caring can come across kind of fake. And the reason it can is because there's always that person that wants to be friends with everybody. And I used to be like that. When I was younger, I'd say in my early 20s, till I was about 25, I wanted to be everybody's friend. I thought I could get along with everybody. But like I said, the older I've gotten, it's not being jaded. It's wisening up to the fact that not everybody's for me and I'm not for everybody. So loyalty matters a lot to me, and especially after living in LA, I feel like LA kind of jaded me a little bit in life. But I realized that some people are only looking out for themselves, which is fine. They can do that. But it's not healthy for me to be in friendships where I think about the other person. I'm not constantly, because I don't want to sound like a victim. I chose to be friends with that person. But it doesn't feel good to give more than you get. And with therapy, with healing, with age, with wisdom, I've learned and understood that not everybody is meant to be your friend. You're not meant to be friends with everybody. Another example of what I'm talking about is the fact that there's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of sneakiness in our culture, and something that I can't stand about what's prevalent, especially with social media culture, is being fake. Saying things about the person, and then when you see the person, you're smiling. I can't stand fakeness. So I can only be friends with people that are real with me, and I can be real with them. I don't do fair weather. The person is my friend today, the person is not my friend tomorrow. I was also watching a clip of Oprah. I'm not the biggest fan of Oprah, but she does have some good things to say. Sometimes the message is more important than the messenger. And something that she said was, you can't be friends with people that are secretly jealous of you, or don't want to congratulate you, or don't want to hold you accountable. And I thought, wow, that's so powerful, because it's true, Sometimes you'll see people that in the beginning they want to be your friends, and I've recently learned this lesson again, where they come into your life and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, oh my gosh, you're so this. Like, they'll tell you everything you want to hear, but then behind your back they'll say to others how they really feel about you, And basically it's like a frenemy situation, which I can't stand frenemies. That's why I keep my friendship circle very small, because if the person can't tell me to my face, I would rather not have them in my life. I've had friends, I'm not saying I'm the perfect friend, but I really do invest in my friendships. And I've had friends for decades. My really good friends, we've been friends for at least 5 years, at least 5 years that I'm thinking of. Yeah. I don't carry, to be my friend is not something light. So when, especially with work situations, I have really, as I've gotten older, understood that there's a difference between friends, acquaintances, and colleagues. And it's okay to not want to be BFFs with people you work with. It's okay to not want to be BFFs with acquaintances. It's okay to not want to constantly hang out with people because you feel obliged to, which is, when I was younger, I felt like I was obliged to hang out with people, even if I didn't like them. And now as I've gotten older, I want to be around people and company that I like. And if I sense an energy or spirit of jealousy, nastiness, if I don't have friends that are honest with me but also supportive, that's it. I am not friends with them, because I'd rather have less friends that are kind, that mean well for themselves and other people, and that are loyal and act on what they say they will, than to just be friends with anybody and let that disappointment affect me, because the older that I get, I realize quality is very important. And not only quality with friends, quality, I mean, things that I buy. When I was younger, I'd buy cheap things and they'd break, in like a month. But quality in things, quality in people, quality time with myself, quality. And that goes for friendships too. That's why I'm so picky with who I have as a friend. It's not to say I'm better than everybody or better than anyone else, but just that some people's energies don't match, and it's okay that they don't have to match. But I think when we force people to be friends, we force things, we force personalities, it really creates a sense of resentment. Number one, to the person being forced to deal with the other person, and number two, the person who feels like they have to be friends with the other person. I don't know if that made any sense. But just that both parties become resentful of one another because the one person feels like the other one's too good for them, the other person feels like they're obliged to be friends with them, So that's why I'm very picky with my friends. It's all about reciprocity and genuinity and respect, really, which hasn't always been the case with everybody, but I'm happy to say that all my friends that I have currently, we have that. And I don't, like I said, want to be friends with tons of people, but I want to be friends with people that I trust, they trust me, we're loyal to one another, and we don't have this backstab culture, this mean girl backstab culture that a lot of us grow up in. I grew up in that. I grew up backstabbing my friends, they backstab me, and as I've gotten older, I don't have time for that. And I don't have the integrity to talk about somebody and then look at them in the face. I used to when I was younger. But I don't have that anymore in my life, and I don't want to be surrounded by that anymore. And I think sometimes as women particularly, it happens with men, but most of my friends are women. And sometimes with women, we are too afraid to say how we really feel, but we need to get it off our chest, so we'd rather just say it about the person. But oftentimes that person finds out, and it's not very kind to that person, so that's why I've released that energy of backstabbing, disloyalty, not showing up for myself and others. And that's why I'm so picky with who I associate myself with, because it all comes back around. So yeah, I would love to hear your opinion on if you feel like you're picky with your friends and so forth, if you want more videos like this, if you want me to expand, because I really think it's important to share stories like this. A lot of people, you'll hear stories of, oh, why can't everybody just get along? Everybody's not going to get along, and it's fine. As long as you respect people, and they respect you, you don't have to be their best friends. And oh, you don't have to be liked. When I was younger, I used to love to be liked. And now I'm okay with that. If somebody dislikes me, I'm okay with it. Because I'm not going to change who I am just to be liked. You know, I'll take feedback, and I'll work on things that I need to. If I feel or somebody tells me that I need to progress in a certain way, but I'm not going to change what I believe, how I dress, all that kind of thing just to be liked. It's not worth it. So that's what I have for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.